What if I told you you could get arrested in the United States for forgetting to smile at a stranger, carrying an ice cream cone in your pocket, or even singing off-key in public? Sounds fake, right? But these laws are 100% real, and breaking them could cost you money or even your freedom. Stay with me, because law number 7 is something millions of people unknowingly do every day. And yes, it can actually get you arrested. Welcome to a world where laws are not always logical. Some were created decades ago, some were never removed, and some exist for reasons you would never expect. But here's the scary part. You don't need to know a law to be punished by it. Today, we're uncovering 10 strange laws in the US that could get you into serious trouble. And by the end of this video, you might start questioning how safe your daily habits really are. Let's begin. Don't keep ice cream in your pocket. In Alabama, it's illegal to keep an ice cream cone in your back pocket. Sounds like a joke, but it's real. This law was created to stop people from using ice cream to lure and steal horses. Yes, horses! Imagine getting arrested today because your pocket smells like vanilla. And that's just the beginning, because the next law involves something you do every night. Number 2, don't sleep in a cheese factory. In South Dakota, it is illegal to sleep in a cheese factory. Why? Because workers once used factories as illegal living spaces. But today, if you fell asleep during a late shift, you could technically be breaking the law. Hungry yet? Wait till you hear the next one. It involves your voice. Law number 3, no singing off-key in public. In North Carolina, it's illegal to sing off-key in public. Yes, your bad singing could be considered a public disturbance. So next time you sing in your car at a red light, just pray the window is closed. But singing isn't the only thing that can get you in trouble. Sometimes just the way you look at someone can. Law number 4, no ugly faces at dogs. In Oklahoma, making ugly faces at a dog can get you fined or arrested because it can disturb or provoke the animal. So that cute dog across the street? Better not make faces at it unless you want legal problems. And speaking of animals, the next law involves feeding pigeons. Law number 5, feeding pigeons can be illegal. In some U.S. cities like San Francisco, feeding pigeons in public is illegal. Why? Because it increases disease and mess in public spaces. So that kind act of throwing breadcrumbs could actually cost you a fine. Kindness punished? Wait till you hear the next one. It's something you might do at home. Law number 6, don't forget to smile. In Milan, Italy, smiling is required. But in the US, some local rules once required polite behavior laws too. There have been historical ordinances where appearing suspicious or unfriendly in public could be penalized, meaning your mood could be considered a public issue. Bad day? Better fix your face or fix your legal situation. But now we move into something more serious. The next law is still affecting people today. Law number 7, jaywalking can get you arrested. This one is not funny. In many U.S. states, jaywalking, crossing the street outside a crosswalk, is illegal. And yes, people do get fined and even arrested. Millions of people do this every day without thinking, but one wrong moment, one police officer nearby, and suddenly your day changes completely. But crossing roads is not the only thing risky. Even your phone usage can break the law. Law number 8, using your phone while driving. In many states, holding your phone while driving is illegal, even checking a quick message. 1 second of distraction can turn into a ticket or worse, an accident. And now we move into something truly unexpected, your clothing choices. Law number 9,
sagging pants can be illegal. In some U.S. cities, wearing sagging pants has been banned. Yes, your fashion style could be considered a legal violation. The reason? Authorities say it's about public decency. Fashion versus law? Who wins? But the final law is the most shocking of all, because almost everyone has done it at least once. Law number 10, lying on the internet. In some cases, giving false information online can be considered a crime. Fake identity, fake details, fake claims can lead to serious legal consequences. And in today's digital world, this law is more relevant than ever. So, ask yourself, how many times have you done something online without thinking about the legal impact? Laws don't always make sense, but they always have power. And the most dangerous laws are the ones you don't know exist.